Hello, welcome to my code review. My name is Benjamin Leanna. This is for CS499 at SNHU. Today I'll be reviewing my code for an enhancement project on the Gravioso rescue animal program that I have written. In this code review, I want to go across three different categories. Category 1 will be on software design and engineering. Category 2 will be on algorithms and data structures. Category 3 will be on databases. Throughout this, on each category, I'll provide a clear and complete description of the existing code functionality, an analysis of that existing code using relevant code review criteria to support my findings clearly, and then explain my practical enhancements that will align with my analysis finding in a clear and organized manner. On category 1 is software design and engineering. For this section, my files that will be represented in correlation to this category would be my dog, monkey, and rescue animal files. Additionally, there will be a driver's class for the user interaction. In a quick code analysis, the code functionality is adequately designed. In code quality, the code demonstrates a good organization and follows object-oriented principles. The code does lack a comprehensive exception handling, and in modularity, some methods could be broken down into smaller, more modular functions for improved maintainability. My proposed enhancements onto this will be a sorting algorithm to implement an organized sorting algorithm for sorting animals based on a specific criteria, code refactoring into refactor complex methods into those smaller modular functions to enhance readability and maintainability. I want to implement an exemption handling improvement to enhance the exemption handling to provide better error messages and feedback to users, and a logging mechanism to integrate a logging to record important events and errors during the system operation. During this category, the skills demonstrated will be a proficiency in the software design and modularity of refactoring code and implementing a logging mechanisms, demonstrated proficiency in designing modular and maintainable software solutions, and also the expertise in error handling and exemption management. By improving exemption handling showcases expertise in managing errors and providing effective feedback to users. Out of the 5 course outcomes for this category, the design and evaluate computing solutions and employ strategies for building collaborative environments will be used. From the checklist on the code review, this one will specifically point to structure, that the code will be well structured and consistent in style, with unnecessary procedures and unreachable code removed, documentation, and ensure that the code is adequately documented with an easy to maintain commenting style, with variables, verifying that all variables have meaningful names and proper type consistencies, and defensive programming to check for defensive programming practices, such as bounds checking and error handling. To look at these 3 files first, to go through, I have my dog class, the monkey class, and a rescue animal class. I have broken these down into different pseudocodes. I do apologize. Here we go. From the dog functionality, there's constructors to initialize new dog objects with provided attributes, a get breed for a retrieving of the breed of dog, and the set breed for setting. As it stands, the code functions with proper encapsulation and attribute handling. For my potential enhancements on this file, I want to implement a comparable interface and to enable sorting of the dog options based on specific criteria. and to override the compare_to method to define the sorting logic for the dog objects. Pseudocode on here shows my current functionality of the instance variable, the constructor, the accessor, and the mutator. With the enhancements at the bottom, I will add in the input validation for the breed field and improve error handling for invalid inputs. Like the dog pseudocode, the monkey pseudocode is similar. The functionality has the constructor, the getBreed, and setBreed. Same as the potential enhancements of the dog class, the monkey class will also do an enhancement for the implement comparable interfaces. Pseudocode for this, it extends onto the rescue animal with the instance variables, the constructor, accessor, the get method, mutator methods, and then at the bottom to implement my new enhancements for the input validation of breed fields and the input validation for height, tail length, body length fields, and improve error handling for invalid inputs. The last one on this category would be the rescue Java. My pseudocode onto here, the functionality into here consists of the constructor for initializing a new rescue animal object, your get accessors, your set accessors, and the get training statuses as well. This class provides a solid foundation for managing rescue animals with proper encapsulation of those attributes. In my enhancement of this file, I want to implement a serialized interface. To implement a serialized interface to enable serialization of the rescue animal objects, and to override the necessary methods to customize serialization behavior as required. To start off on the class and the pseudocode, I have my instance variables set, constructor to initialize the instance variables, the accessor methods, the mutator methods, and then the enhancements on the bottom for input validation for the setter methods and the improve error handling for invalid inputs that I will do. Moving on from category 1, I have category 2, which focuses more on algorithms and data structures. For the existing functionality of this code, this file specifically points to my driver class, and the existing code involves managing animals and performing basic operations as adding, reserving, and displaying animals. In this analysis, the existing code functionality is adequately described, and the algorithmic efficiency, there's a potential to optimize the algorithms for better performance, especially in the sorting and searching. In data structures, the code utilizes lists to store animal data but could benefit from more advanced data structures for improved efficiency. In this, for the enhancements on the algorithms and data structures, I want to implement a more efficient sorting algorithm for sorting animals based on various criteria. And in that advanced searching, I want to enhance the search functionality to allow users to find animals based on multiple criteria efficiently as well. The skills demonstrated in this category will be a proficiency in algorithmic analysis and optimization. Implementing efficient sorting and searching algorithms demonstrates proficiency in optimizing code for performance, and an ability to implement advanced sorting and searching algorithms. Enhancing search functionality showcases the ability to implement complex algorithms to meet the user's needs. For course outcomes, this category will directly point to the design and evaluating of computing solutions and demonstrate an ability to use well-founded and innovative techniques, and also to develop a security mindset. Through the checklist on the structures, this will ensure that algorithms are implemented efficiently and the code follows best practices. And in defense programming, verifying that input data is properly validated and the code handles edge cases efficiently. Now to look at the specific file that this category points to, which would be my driver file. Pulling up for the functionality in my pseudocode, we have our display menu. To display menu options for the user to choose from, the initialization dog list, initialization monkey list, intake new dog, intake new monkey, reserve the animal, and print animals. An analysis of this functionality, this class efficiently organizes menu options and interacts with the user to intake new animals, reserve animals, and print lists of the animals. For my potential enhancements to this file, I would like an efficient sorting algorithm to implement a sorting algorithm to sort the list on animals based on specific criteria, to analyze existing sorting algorithms and choose the most suitable one for implementation, and implement a chosen sorting algorithm to optimize the efficiency of sorting operations. My second enhancement will be for code refactoring to identify complex methods within this code base and break them down into smaller, more module functions to refactor the code to improve readability, maintainability, and scalability. My third enhancement will be to improve exception handling, to implement a mechanism to handle unexpected user inputs or system errors more efficiently, and to enhance the existing exception handling logic to provide better error messages and feedback to users. My fourth enhancement will be for a logging mechanism. I would like to integrate a logging mechanism to record important events or errors during the system operation, defining logging levels and categories to categorize different types of log messages, and to configure logging settings to control the verbosity and output destination of these log messages. And a breakdown of my pseudocode into this, we have our driver class with the main method. The method displays a menu, the initialization of dog lists, of monkey lists, the methods for intaking a new dog, intaking a new monkey, a method for reserving the animal, and a method for printing animals. Within these, I have in the intake to implement error handling and valid inputs, and to validate user input for each of these fields, along with the intaking of new monkeys. In the reserving of the animal, I want to enhance an error message to provide more specific feedback. In the print animals of this, I want to approve the formatting of output to enhance the readability as well. Moving on to our third category, we have our databases. Currently, in the existing functionality of this program, the code does not interact with a database, managing all data within its memory. On this, it lacks a database integration and limits data persistence and scalability. On security concerns, storing this sensitive data in memory poses several security risks. On the enhancement of this category, I want to implement a database operations to persistently store and retrieve animal data. On the CRUD operations, I want to extend the repository class to support CRUD operations on that database. And for data validation, implement a new data validation mechanism to ensure data integrity and security. The skills demonstrated in this category would be a proficiency in the database integration and CRUD operations. Implementing this database operation and CRUD functionality demonstrates proficiency in the database management. Also, to understand the data validation for security and integrity. Implementing data validation mechanisms will showcase understanding the security principles in the database management. On course outcomes, this category will directly align with the design and evaluate computing solutions, develop a security mindset, design, develop, and deliver professional oral, written, and visual communications. On the checklist, on the structure, to ensure that this database operations are well designed and efficient, on documentation, to provide clear documentation for database schema, operations, and data validation mechanisms, and in defense programming, implementing safeguards to prevent SQL injection and ensure data integrity. In this category, for the database on Category 3, a new class will be developed for this. The animal repository class will be associated with the database and will encapsulate interactions with the database, including persistently storing and retrieving animal data, implementing CRUD operations, and ensuring data validation for security and integrity. The functionality of this will consist of constructor to initialize the new rescue animal objects, get methods, set methods, and this will align with proper encapsulation of attributes. With these enhancements in here, I'll implement a serialized interface as well, and implement a serialized interface to enable serialization of rescue animal objects and to override the necessary methods to customize serialization behavior. This new class in the pseudocode will look like this: the rescue animal class with instanced variables, the constructor to initialize this, your accessor methods, mutator methods. Oh, this is the rescue animal. I do apologize. I have to go over a little bit. Animal repository. This is the new animal repository class. First, we'll set up the constructor to initialize a database connection. So we'll have our animal repository with an initialized database connection onto here. Next, we'll have a method. In our CRUD operations, we'll have an add, retrieve, update, and delete. I'll also add in methods for retrieving all animals from this database and other methods for performing other CRUD operations, such as searching or filtering. Here I have gone over our 3 categories for software design and engineering, algorithms and data structures, and databases. I hope you enjoyed my code review and look forward to your feedback. Thank you.